What's up, traders? So I wanted to go over my simple orb strategy. Everyone asked me, like, how simple is it that you trade? I trade a simple orb strategy. It's been working consistently for me. This is the trade that I actually took today on Apple. So I created my own indicator that actually gives me an entry signal when it's time to get into a trade. And I created it so it eliminates me watching a bunch of charts. You know what I mean? Like, everything is not going to give you a setup for the day. So I created it so that it can alert me when something is giving me my ideal setup. So today I was watching SPY. I have a community, a all women's community, and I do live trading 4 times a week. So we were watching SPY today, and this is how SPY was looking in the morning. I had marked off 2 price areas where there was a gap. So yesterday there was a gap about here during pre-market. So I marked that off because I'm like, at some point we're going to come up to fill this gap, right? So I was waiting for that to happen. But while waiting for that to happen, so it didn't happen yesterday. So gaps don't always get filled the same day that it happens. Sometimes it may go back to fill that gap later on. So that was Monday. No, that was Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. So Wednesday, I was just looking for a long setup. To be honest, I wasn't really necessarily hoping that it filled the gap, but if it was going to be a long setup, it was going to fill the gap anyway because price was under that gap. So when I came onto the charts in the morning, pre-market, it was looking like this, and then we had some higher highs going on. So I'm like, oh, okay, maybe we're going to finally get our push that we're looking for on SPY. I've been waiting for SPY to go up since it hit all-time highs last week. So while all this sideways action was going on, I'm like, okay, there's nothing happening right now, but I still watch SPY. SPY is one of my main ones to watch, SPY and QQQ. Nothing was happening. So then my floor signal went off and it said, hey, Apple is going up. It's time to get in Apple. Apple has a cute position. So I'm like, Apple, let's get in Apple. So I moved my chart over to Apple. And this is what Apple looked like. When it alerted me, my long signal went off here and I got into the trade right away. And I ended up with 252% today on a trade. Don't play with the floor signal, okay? Don't play with the floor signal. The floor signal also calculates my TPs, take profit levels, take profit 1, 2, and 3. So I stayed in till take profit 2. And no, I'm lying. I got out at take profit, like I got out around here, but then I noticed that it started continuing to go. So then I took a second position, which I shouldn't have did because it was a little bit, but I should have just kept my original position. But this was still a great trade from here, and I made out with 252%. So that's the trade I took. So when I look for my orb strategy, right, I mark the first 5-minute candles, and again, the floor signal just takes all of that guesswork out of there. It marks your high and your low. So I'm going to do a replay so we can see exactly how it happened. And we'll move it like this. And so again, we had this gap level. Where is this? Oh, Apple had a little gap too. I didn't even notice that. I haven't really been watching Apple like that. So we'll move the speed down some. So the first thing I do, I'm on the 5-minute time frame. Sometimes I do a 2-minute for my entry just to get a tighter entry, but I started back watching the 5 because sometimes there's just too much noise with that 2-minute entry. So this is what happened. Market open. Let's actually take this off. We don't really care for that, right? Market opened, and are we playing? Too fast. This thing be trying to move too fast sometimes. So let's actually back it up again because we don't want all of that. It just moves too quick. All right, let's go back. Like, just calm down. Like, just let's calm down. Okay, so market opens, right? This is a simple strategy that I use. I wait for the first 5-minute candle to form. You could do the 5-minute or you could do the 15. I like the first 5-minute. So the first 5-minute candle forms right about now. So boom, let's pause this. So the floor signal after pre-market closes, the floor signal automatically marks off pre-market high and pre-market low. So that's what that came up as. So it's all like, I am so in touch with AI. Like, I use AI to trade. I'm not ashamed to say it. So some stuff, if you could simplify some things with AI, simplify it, like do it. So pre-market high, instead of me marking these levels off, it automatically does it for me. So it marked off my pre-market high and pre-market low. And then we have our first 5-minute candle that fired up, well, not fired off, that came up. And as you can see, it was like a nice little bullish candle. We had a couple wicks on it. And then boom. So what happened next was our next candle printed, and this is our next 5-minute candle, and it broke our orb high. So that's our orb high, right? So it already broke out of the orb. That's all I need to see. Once I see it break out of the orb, I like to look for a retest, meaning it comes back to test this orb, and then it shoots up. That's what I want to see. So the next candle prints, and we get a, now I want to take long when it just was taking short. Boom. So now we got a long momentum. So the floor signal is either going to give you two entries. It's going to give you a long momentum, meaning we didn't get a retest and it's just going, or a long retest. So it will say long and then it will say RT. So in this case, we got a long momentum because it broke out of here and it came up pretty high. So I have it set to a certain percentage. If it comes up high enough out of the orb, then it's a long momentum. We ended up getting that retest, but I had entered right here where it fired off at after this candle. So I was already in the trade. When this candle comes down for this retest here, this means nothing to me because you see what happens. A wick fires all, I mean, not fires, I keep saying that. Wick comes down and price is, price is pushed back up. So that means nothing to me. That doesn't tell me, hey, get out the trade. It's a bearish candle happening. No, that means I'm watching to see if I'm still staying in this trade. And right now nothing happened. And then boom, we got another green candle. And I guess because I have it on so slow, then another one. So TP1 was hit like really quickly. This was at 9:50. So I was only in this trade for about 15 minutes so far. And then we got another green candle. And so I was just really sitting in this trade, riding it, until it hit my take profit levels. So this one actually hit TP2, and so it did hit TP2 before I got out, because I'm still in the trade at this point. Then this is where I got out. So once this candle printed, even though honestly it's really not a meaning for me to get out, because really my stop loss, I don't like saying that. I don't think that's the word, stop loss. My stop loss would have been right here, my stop, because it's really not stop. I guess it is stop loss. But my stop loss would have been right here where we have this wick. So if price would have pushed past this level here, then I would have got out. So I like to ride my trades until there's a reason to get out. Some people like to do their risk to reward, take profit 1, take profit 2. This was really no reason for me to get out. I'll continue to ride, but today I did get out because I kind of went against my rules and got out. And then once I seen that it was still going, I'm like, oh, let me get back in, which I shouldn't have did. I was chasing, but I got back in, and another green candle. And then Apple just continued to go. I think it stopped like a little bit before TP3. We'll see. But this is where I had got back into the trade, rode it for a little bit, and then I realized the move was over, and then I got out. But I got out with 252% the first time, and then the second time it was something like 10% or something like that for the second trade. After this is where I got out of the trade. And that's the trade. Even though my trade wasn't invalidated here, this candle was long enough past here to tell me, hey, get on out of here. because then it did start playing in the middle and the move was over. So this was Apple today. So that is how I trade. It's really simple. If you want to see more of how I trade every single day in my community except Fridays. Saturdays I do class, and Sundays we do market prep. So always in the community. I want to show, I think Tesla had a retest today. No, Tesla, I think a lot of plays had long momentums today. But SPY, so the thing about SPY today, it ended up doing what I thought it was going to do. So my long momentum ended up going off, and then right here in between, it came up and it filled that gap. It's crazy. Like when you have your level set and they're right, it feels so good. It's like, oh, I know what I'm doing. So I had my level set here. Well, not remember, but this morning on live trading, I actually set these two lines because I'm like, one day this gap is going to be filled. I want this to be on my chart. And so this morning, that's exactly what happened. Well, not this morning. This happened around 10:35. So I was on the charts, but I was just watching Apple, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not even going to hop in it. But this went off when I should have just got in it because it was my perfect setup. 770 to 772, it filled that gap and then it started playing. So that would have been the perfect exit right there when it tapped that gap line. Like you cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. I'm going to show you one more because, oh, here we go. So Meta had a long, I don't have alerts on Meta, so I didn't even see this today, but Meta had a long retest counter bias. So all it basically did was, counter bias means that we're trading against the trend. So right now Meta is in a bearish time structure, and the floor signal also gives you that. Like you don't even gotta go check. You don't even gotta go check the charts and market charts and see, oh, is it bearish? Is it bullish? No, floor signal is letting us know. Floor signal is letting us know. It takes the work out of the trade. I'm telling you. So bearish, which it was because it's been going down. It's been going down. And so today we had a signal long retest counter bias. So this just means that we're trading against the trend. So that's just telling you, hey, you're trading against the trend, do so at your own risk kind of thing, which is good. I love that. So the thing about this is it came back to retest, but I'm going to move over because it was one day that Meta had really, it did a cute retest. Oh, here it is right here. This is a great retest example because when market open, it dropped, but in my community, I teach a simple strategy. We don't just hop in that first 5-minute candle. I know some people that do, but what happens, like if you're doing this manually, what you would do is your first 5 minutes, you would draw a level here, and this is your first 5 minutes. And basically what happens is you're looking for a break of this area. Once it breaks out of this area, we know we're in a bearish structure, so we're looking for puts already, and we have our 5-minute area, and once it breaks, boom, it broke here. We're looking for a candle close outside of our orb. That's what this area is called, our orb. So it broke here, candle closed. We have a retest, meaning it came back to this line to test this line. And as you can see, it tested this line, but it didn't go back up through it. That's giving me the indication, hey, this is good for shorts. So let's get in it. And that's what the floor signal actually did. It just told you, you know what? Hey, everything's aligning. Shorts right here. And boom, this was a nice trade. And me, if I would have gotten this, I would have just rode this all the way down. I wouldn't have got out. I wouldn't have got out until my take profit. I mean, my stop loss would have been here, where this wick is. So I would have got out about here. Even though if I would have saw this, I would have exited here, honestly. Like seeing this bigger than that one, I would have got out. But it's just simple. It's just simple. I trade like this every single day with my community. It's my community called Apple Calls today. Like it was a beautiful trade. It was a beautiful trade. Like it's a beautiful trade. If you want the floor signal added to your charts, I'm gonna leave the link in the comments below. I'm super proud of me. I'm super proud of me because this has really simplified trading for me, because I used to second guess my entries. Like seeing something like this, I would either chase to get in here, not thinking of, oh wait, we need a retest or we need this or a pullback or any of that, or I would have said, hey, oh my gosh, the retest happened, but I'm gonna just wait again. I'm gonna wait, and then by the time I wait, then I'm getting in here or something, like, oh, it is still going down, but then by that time you're just chasing the move. So it's like I designed this because I was tired of second guessing myself. Either I was getting in trades late or I was just letting stuff run without me. And so it just gives you that extra confirmation that you need that extra push. But super, 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 super great. But this was our trade that we took today. Apple, I wish I would have caught SPY. I didn't. But ended up 252%. Like, you can't beat that. Like, an easy couple minutes of the trade and out. Couple minutes of the trade and out, okay? So if trading has been on your mind lately, this is your sign to start. Just start. Don't second guess it. It's never too late to learn a new skill.